And as I stood there looking out over South Africa's capital city, I realized it's mission accomplished for me. I have delivered on everything that I promised my party when I was first elected as federal leader back in 2019. I proudly picked up this party's banner when its internal polling was down to just 16%, and after the media declared the death of the DA. Built on a simple message that I believed that there was nothing wrong with the DA that couldn't be fixed by everything that is right with the DA. I worked hard with others who love our party to not only resurrect the party's fortunes, but we've also carried it to new heights. Previous chapters of our party's history were marked by the party becoming the official opposition and entering provincial government in the Western Cape. My term will be remembered for leading the DA into national government and putting South Africa on a new path to prosperity. When I stood at the top of those steps at the Union Buildings a few weeks ago, I was reminded of another set of steps that I ascended for the first time 27 years ago. And they were the steps to the Durban City Council, where I was elected as the youngest ever councillor in 1999. If someone had told that bright-eyed and bushy-tailed young man that he would, just over 2 decades later, be the person to lead the DA into national government, he probably wouldn't have believed you. And as I stood there looking out over South Africa's capital city, I realized it's mission accomplished for me. I have delivered on everything that I promised my party when I was first elected as federal leader back in 2019. I proudly picked up this party's banner when its internal polling was down to just 16%, and after the media declared the death of the DA. Built on a simple message that I believed that there was nothing wrong with the DA that couldn't be fixed by everything that is right with the DA. I worked hard with others who love our party to not only resurrect the party's fortunes, but we've also carried it to new heights. Previous chapters of our party's history were marked by the party becoming the official opposition and entering provincial government in the Western Cape. My term will be remembered for leading the DA into national government and putting South Africa on a new path to prosperity. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not the end of the road for the DA, and it's certainly not the end of the road for me. The way I see it is that there's an important next mission that beckons for our party, and that is to build upon my legacy and the DA's success in the GNU in order to turn our party into the biggest party in South Africa, so that we can lead future coalition governments at local, provincial, and national level. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is a mission for the next DA leader. Because I now have another mission, and it is urgent. For the rest of this term of office, I will focus all of my time and energy as Minister of Agriculture on defeating the most devastating foot-and-mouth disease outbreak our country has ever seen, and to pursue the mass vaccination to ensure that this is the last mass outbreak of FMD that our country ever sees. After leading the DA into the GNU, my next chapter must be to eradicate this devastating disease from our shores once and for all. And that, I'm afraid to say, is not a part-time job. It would simply not be fair to the incredible farmers of South Africa for me to split my time between battling the worst FMD outbreak ever on the one hand, while also running around the country on an internal election campaign for the next 3 months, and then leading a local government election campaign on the other hand. So, to my colleagues and friends in the DA, it has been the honor of a lifetime to lead our party to the top of the Union Building steps. And I want to thank every staff member, every activist, and every public representative. For 3 elective congresses now, I've placed my trust in you and you in me. And we've done some great things together. I told you that we would land our moonshot and keep out the doomsday coalition. And today, I simply say, mission accomplished. From right here in Durban, not very far from where I first climbed those steps to the council chambers 27 years ago, I today announce that I will not seek re-election for a third term as the DA federal leader at the party's upcoming federal Congress. And I do so with a full heart, knowing that I've accomplished my DA moonshot mission and that my work in government now requires me to similarly pour my heart and soul and all of my energies into defeating foot and mouth disease. I also do so in the knowledge that I, in April, will hand over the reins to a fundamentally healthier party than the one that I inherited. Instead of 16%, the DA is now consistently polling at 30% and is within striking distance of becoming the biggest political party in South Africa. The next duly elected DA leader can rely on my full support and will be given the space to lead the party as they see fit. For the true test of whether you love a thing is the ability to let it go when the time is right. I have loved leading the DA, which is why today I let it go with a smile on my face and triumphant peace in my heart. The DA that I inherited was reading its own obituary in a country that was in rapid decline. The DA I leave behind co-governs a country that is firmly on the up. It's now up to the next generation of leadership to ensure that the DA continues to do so with ever-growing confidence for many, many more years to come, so that we can deliver to the country of our dreams and deliver this country to all of our children. I love my party and I love my country, and I will continue to work every day to ensure the success of both. Thank you very much.
John Steenhuisen has confirmed that he is stepping down as DA leader. The reason, according to him, for this decision is so that he can focus all of his time, energy and efforts as agriculture minister on battling against the disastrous foot and mouth disease outbreak spreading like wildfire among cattle populations across the country. Steenhuisen says he's focusing all of his efforts on getting the vaccine rolled out, and that is why he stepped down as DA leader. Which sure is interesting, because the truth is that the straw that broke the camel's back, that forced the DA to get rid of him as DA leader, is because of how badly he has screwed up fighting back against foot and mouth disease as agriculture minister. Farmers across the country are livid at him, criticizing him publicly, saying that he has bungled the rollout of vaccines. The reality of the matter is that that was the straw that broke the camel's back to kick him out as DA leader. And he actually is using this excuse because part of the deal that he made, allegedly, with DA higher-ups in exchange for stepping down as DA leader is that he would continue to be Minister of Agriculture because he needs, we've heard about his finances, we've heard about Uber Eats, we have heard and we know that he needs that 2.69 million rand a year salary as Minister of Agriculture. He's making it seem like he wants to continue to be Minister of Agriculture to help the farmers. The truth is that he's lost his DA job because the farmers are angry at him for screwing up his job so badly, and he needs to stay Minister of Agriculture to make all that money. The grand irony of all of this is that for the longest time we've all known that John Steenhuisen suffers from a crippling chronic case of foot-in-mouth disease, and ultimately he's lost his job because of foot and mouth disease.